what do you think about the future of handheld gaming now? Because like, there's a few different ways it can go, and probably go in all ways. I mean, we've got like the Steam Deck, which is trying to, I suppose, stick with a bit more of a traditional style of handheld, but bring it to like the PC kind of gaming, isn't it? You've got cloud gaming, cloud streaming, with like the likes of playing on your mobile phone with a controller, which I do really enjoy. Definitely has its limitations though. But then also you've got like these retro emulators, all these like Chinese handhelds that are coming out now. That I must admit, some of them are like really good quality, and I've a lot of the like times when I want to complete a PlayStation 1 game, if I want to play a PlayStation 1 game and enjoy it, I'll whack it in the PS1. But if I want to spend the time to complete one that I haven't completed, I'll probably pick up my RG351, and just play it on the emulation handheld. And that's an area of handheld gaming that I'm really excited about. And like we said, emulators have their limitations, but the ability to just pick up a console that has like your whole library just already on it, ready to play any game you want, for me that's amazing. Like if you told me something like that would existed even 10, 15 years ago, it would have blown my mind. And I just like, I wonder what your thoughts are on like those different avenues of where like handheld gaming looks like it might be heading.
I mean, I feel like handheld gaming is aiming mainly for the cloud. The cloud is going to be a big thing. I mean, playing games on your cell phone and all these portable devices when you want. I mean, tablets are popular. All that. I mean, that's where I see it going. Now, if you're talking about capturing the nostalgia of what we have, I don't know if portable gaming will ever capture that again, because it's so hard for indie developers to get eyes on certain stuff that they want to kind of like bring back, and bigger companies don't really back them, it seems, because they don't think that stuff's going to make money. That's why they're forced to doing Kickstarters. Thank goodness Kickstarters are out there, because there's a lot of games we probably wouldn't ever see. But as far as a physical standpoint, I think it's a wrap pretty much when it comes to physical games. We've got that history in our collections, so that's pretty much where it's going to stand, because they're making so much money not making games physical anymore. So the cloud is definitely one. I think the cloud is, man. I would have to
agree with you. The future of it, new game experiences is definitely.
Oh yeah, future, definitely the cloud.
Like I say, as much as I say it's a shame, and it disappoints me a little bit that we won't get those new experiences in the same way that we used to. I've got so many games in the collection. Like I'm sorted for the rest of my life to play and complete games. Do you know what I mean? The libraries of these consoles are so huge that it's not like we don't have enough to jump on and experience anyway. I'm interested what you think about the Analogue Pocket. I mean that's you recently got a lot of.
I was just talking about it with one of my friends today. So I didn't even know the video was out. Someone told me Jason put out a video for it. And then you notice at the time when everybody's video comes out at the same time, like GameStat came out, I was like, dang, there's so many videos. So but I went to Jason because I knew Jason was going to pretty much do a deep dive into it. I feel like that system would be cool to have, but being a portable system, I would not want to take it anywhere.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I would rather, when it comes to portable gaming, I go to the Switch, pretty much. I don't mind taking that anywhere. When it comes to the analog, I would use it as a console system, pretty much, for my Game Boy games. That's it. I wouldn't take that thing anywhere out of the house. So, as a console, cool. As a portable, no, because I'm scared of getting damaged, stolen. This thing costs so much money. It's like they sell out.
Nice. It looks premium, doesn't it? You wouldn't want to damage it, and also, like you say, someone might like the look of it.
It's like if it came out like maybe like 10, 15 years ago, I probably would have been more into it. But now it's just a little bit late because there's so many other options you can play your portable games now. I mean, I'm not really trying to promote them, Hyperkin, but they brought out the Retron 5, which that system really, it had potential, but it was just an emulator and not a good one at that, unfortunately. But they brought out another Retron, which is like for the Game Boy stuff. So far, my experience with that thing is pretty cool. So I'm happy with that. And it looks cool. It's just a little cube block. I was like, Hyperkin, okay, you did all right with this one.
I like that a lot. I like the form factor of that a lot. well, I was going
Yeah,
to say,
yeah, go.
the thing I like about the Pocket Analog, the Analog Pocket, is I like that they're going for FPGA. So, they're trying to get as true as possible. And I think you can't knock it for that. It's as close to original as can possibly be.
Yeah.
But for me, considering the form factor, the fact that you have to carry your library around with you, and the price of it, if I want to have as close to real as possible, I'll just play real. I'll just pick up my Game Boy. And the screen is the difference between the screens is night and day, obviously. But like I said to you earlier, it's like when I look at my Game Boy screen, it brings so much nostalgia with it as well. I'm not speaking from experience. I've not played an Analogue Pocket, but from what I've seen, the screen looks fantastic, but it doesn't look like it would be giving me that same kind of nostalgia. And I think if I want as close to real as possible, I'll just go for real. Especially considering the price. The area I'm really interested in about it is how it covers a lot of consoles. So the Game Boy, the Nintendo lineup of handhelds, I'm fine. I don't need something to cover that for me. But some of the more like obscure handhelds that it can cover, that's more interesting to me. But then the problem with that is you need to have these adapters with it, and so you end up having to carry loads of extra bits for what is a portable console, and then it kind of defeats the point. And that's when I would then say, well, I'll just pick up my retro emulation handheld and do it that way. Yeah, I might take a hit on the display. It might there might be a little bit of a delay in inputs, but for the type of games I play, I'm not playing Mike Tyson Punch Out on the go. For most of the games I play, it's fine. It serves the purpose for me. So I really like the idea of it, and I want to love it, but I just don't think it's something that, like you say, maybe it's a little bit too late now. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like it is way too late, but like I said, that's just my thought on it.
Yeah.
Because this will go into a little story here. Though how cool, though it's cool to take a portable, travel with your portable system, wherever you go.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever told anybody this story, but years ago, a little bit after the Vita came out, I think I was getting my car worked on, so I had to catch the bus to work and everything like that, and catch it back home. And I wasn't thoroughly enjoying it, having a good time. When I had a little pouch and everything, had my games with me. But at the same, one day I got distracted when I got on the bus because the lady said, "Oh my God, that's so cool! You got the Vita and everything," like the bus driver. And I didn't realize that I left my pouch on the bench behind me.
No.
I would have noticed that before if I hadn't talked to her, but I thought everything was fine. And that pouch had all my games in there. So I lost all my games, and that's where it comes to thinking about what you just said about taking all your games with you and everything like that. Now, I think what would impress me with the Analogue Pocket, and this is just far-fetched, of course, but if you could have that system as a console and it was connected to the portable part as a remote, so it knew what games you own, and you could play your portable like that where you went to, and you could just do it like that. Your games are safely at home, and you're playing them portable here. That'd be perfect. Take it with you. But that's the reason why digital games are winning though. The easy access to them. I think why a lot of people are collecting games now. And here's the thing: I talk about my good friend Cag told me this, and it made sense. No matter how you look at it these days, buying a game, whether you like it or whether you buying it to enjoy it or whatnot, it's an investment because that game could pretty much triple in price or whatever like that and become worth money. And you don't want to take a stuff that's worth money around with you all the time. You know what I mean? You want it safe at home. So that's where I think we're at with portable gaming now. That makes sense.
Especially with like if you are using it to or something like that to carry around or play your more obscure handheld games, which cost a lot of money, then you are taking essentially a lot of value around with you that you're putting at risk. It's funny when you were talking about the story about leaving the pouch. I remember I was watching one of your episodes, right, and you mentioned about I think you had, I don't know if it was a Switch game or you had some portable handheld cartridge in your pocket, and you said like they'd fallen out and you'd lost it. And I remember thinking, man, what are you doing carrying your cartridges around in your pocket? You're gonna lose them. The week after, right, I was looking around the house, and I think it was a Nintendo. I think it was Mario Kart 8 I was looking for. And I was thinking to myself, where on earth is Mario Kart 8? I don't know where I put it. Looked in all the cases, looked in all the places I usually put it. Where was it? It was in my pocket.
It's so small. You know what's funny? I actually, I had it. I had my Switch game in the pocket, and I put it in the washing machine
Oh,
and in a dryer.
did
No,
it survive?
it survived flawlessly. That's what I was shocked about. It's this game I have called Under Night in Birth. It's a fighting game, and I couldn't find it. Or I wasn't even looking for it actually. It was just in my pocket, and it fell. I was like, "Whoa, what the heck?" And it was fine. That blew me away, dude. I was like, "Wow, dude, this is
That's
insane." So
fantastic.
we went through all that. So
Funnily enough, actually, I had the Amazing Spider-Man on the Game Boy, and I'd lent it to a friend in high school in Greece, and he had it for about a week or 2 weeks or something, and he was really enjoying it. I'd already played it a lot, and it's like, yeah, keep it as long as you want, just as long as you give me it back. And it was over the summer holidays. I came back to school, and he said to me, "Stav, I've got some really bad news about Spider-Man." I'm like, "Oh, what, mate?" He's like, "I was playing my Game Boy at the beach." I'm like, "Oh, mate, what are you doing playing your Game Boy at the beach?" At the beach. He's like, "Yeah, I know," but he's like, "I dropped my Game Boy in the sea," and he's like, "And unfortunately, Spider-Man didn't survive." So my first reaction was like, "Dude, what about your Game Boy?" Because like, back in those days, you
yeah,
didn't get a second Game Boy if you broke one.
yeah,
I
it
said,
was
"Well,
it.
what about your Game Boy?" He's like, "Oh, that's fine. It survived." I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like, he dropped his Game Boy in the sea, he dried it off, and it was fine. Worked great. Amazing Spider-Man, however, the contacts had all corroded because of the sea salt.
Because
And
it'd been in there so long. Oh
yeah,
wow.
and I remember trying for so long to like scrape it off and everything. Like back then, I didn't know what I was doing. Scrape it off, and I managed to get it past the Nintendo screen a couple of times, but I never got it to work again.
Yeah, if you had the right stuff, probably today you were
Yeah,
like you could probably save it, which is that's
yeah,
crazy, man.
exactly. Yeah, these days I'd have to
Wow.
sort of save it, but it always amazed me though that he dropped his Game Boy fully
What
submerged
are
in
you
the
doing
sea
next to
with
the
a smile.
water
I know.
with a Game Boy?
I know.
You know what's funny? I remember my mom told me because when she got me the Game Boy, she said, "Yeah, don't be if you take baths, don't freaking like play the Game Boy in there and drop it in the water or whatever like that." I'm like, "Mom, I won't, Mom. I'm not playing the Game Boy in there." It's
I
hilarious.
know, man. I know.
But yeah, man, that's crazy, man. But yeah, if you lost, if something like that got damaged or whatever like that, you weren't getting another one until maybe a birthday or
Exactly.
it'd be
Yeah.
definitely gonna be a year from now or something like
If
that. So,
ever.
if ever,
Yeah.
you know,
My first Game Boy, I had it for about, I think it must have been about 10 years, and the only reason I had to get another one was because the screen had come loose. You know, the plastic
mm,
screen. And back then, I didn't realize the impact of super glue. I tried to super glue it down, and you know how super glue creates that kind of misty on plastic.
yes,
It just misted up the whole screen. I completely goosed it. But fortunately, my cousin, he had a spare Game Boy, so he gave me that one. So that's the one
right
I've
on.
got to this day. Was the spare one I got.
Wow, really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Otherwise, I would have had my original. I
my
kept everything really, really, really well as a kid. It's just got
nice man.
all in grease, unfortunately, that other stuff.
Mm, My my original Game Boy, I lost it at a bowling alley. I was
Oh
such
no.
Yeah, I went back to that bowling alley to go get it. I left it on the arcade and it was gone.
Oh
But my
yeah.
Game Boy Color, I still have my original one from
Brilliant.
that my mom got me back in '98.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I
brilliant.
still have that one. So that was cool. But
That's fantastic.